On February 17th, 2018, there was the shooting massacre at the Parkland school in Florida. And subsequent to that, a special commission set up by the state using community leaders, law enforcement, and others was established to study what went wrong and to make recommendations to prevent or mitigate that kind of thing happening in the future. Now, there were several recommendations made, and there were some that were not. One of the ones that was recommended was that teachers who wished to be should be allowed to be armed in school, concealed carry. Now, I was surprised that a commission studying something as emotionally charged as that would come back with one of the recommendations being arm teachers. What's important to understand is not arm all teachers, it's arm teachers who wish to be and receive the correct amount of training, which would be that training necessary to get a concealed carry permit in Florida, as well as certain protocols to be used in a school. Yet to be determined, and that would have to be determined by the legislature of Florida. What was not recommended were any new gun laws, metal detectors, or bulletproof glass kinds of things. None of that infrastructure stuff was recommended. Scott Peterson, the school resource officer who walked out when the shooting started, was pilloried in the report. The 4 deputies who screwed around getting their vests on and all that other silliness, rather than run the gunfire, which was their job, were pilloried as well. Obviously, there was negative community reaction to the armed teacher recommendation, and in the entire commission, only one person voted no, and that was a parent who lost a child in the event. And of course, there are people who say, guns don't belong in classrooms, and teachers should be focused on teaching, not carrying guns, and so forth. But I'm going to read to you what the chairman of the commission had to say. So what the sheriff of Polk County, Grady Judd, had to say, quote, "In the ideal world, we wouldn't need anyone on campus with a gun. But that's not the world we live in today. 1 is not enough. 2 is not enough. We need multiple people armed in order to protect the children," close quote. I was flabbergasted. Positively, by the way, because I absolutely believe what the sheriff has to say. Now, whether any of these are going to be implemented, film at 11. But the fact that something that took place and this commission studied it, and it was in close proximity on the timeline to the event, and then to come out with those kind of recommendations says something that when you get people to step back, take a breath, and look at what the realities are, it goes back to things that I've been saying all along. 1, you cannot prevent these attacks. You can mitigate them. You can respond better when they happen. One could make the argument that if you removed all guns from America and you, over the next 100 years, change the culture of America into something that is not a gun culture, good luck with that, things might end up being different. I doubt it, frankly. The world is changing in a way that doesn't support that kind of thinking. But that's a subject for another video, probably. So that's the Parkland Commission report, or the final draft of it anyway. And I'd appreciate any comments you have on the subject. As always, thanks for watching. Carry on.